Kenny,
Thanks.
you ready to go see
I'm ready.
some greatness?
Yeah, I want to see.
Okay,
greatness.
well, the greatness is gone in the middle because there was a ginormous belt, but it's at the weigh-in, so you're going to get to see it, but it'll come back. But come on in. I want to welcome you. This is exclusive live on the green carpet with WBC.
This is beautiful.
This is the first of its kind. Yeah, I know. It's like, well, there is a big belt that everyone's taking pictures with, but you'll see it. It will come back.
Okay.
Yes.
Took the belt.
Take the belt. So
Somebody took the belt.
Here. Look at this.
Beautiful.
Isn't it? So we got old fights. Do you remember this fight?
Yes.
Any fight that comes on, what do you remember? Where were you? Do you remember how old you were when you watched
Maybe
this?
I don't. I just knew that I wanted to box because of these guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it the heavyweights that you wanted because of them? Okay.
Yep. It was Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, and Frazier. Those guys, and I wanted to be Ali, and you wanted to run like him. You want to go outside and put on boots and run. You want to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. These are the kind of things we used to run around in school saying, and you want to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, so.
And this is the whole purpose of what this room is all about, is to celebrate, especially because it's a heavyweight fight. It's two undefeated fighters, two big characters, two personalities that are putting it all on the line for a decisive win. Look at you, look at your face. But no, your eyes they're lighting up.
Because these guys were so good.
I know.
This skill level here, this skill level right here is amazing.
Like, I know, look at.
This skill level right here is amazing, the things that are going on there. And see, I have different eyes now than I had when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I have educated eyes. Or even when I watched this when I was 20, I don't see it the same. I see it totally different now.
Crazy.
I see it totally different now. And this guy's doing a rope-a-dope, but he's still able to land punches from that position.
Look at that. It's like.
Right. And the craziest thing, not just a lot of crazy things about it, but one of the things is today's judges, how would they score a guy that's on the ropes, leaning back against the ropes like he is? Mm-hmm. Would he even get credit for what he's doing today? I don't know.
They just think he's using, and it's like he's falling back. If the ropes weren't there, then he possibly could have been knocked out. But you know what? Some people... Tyson Fury uses it to his advantage. I mean, they always say he's similar, some of the similarities of Muhammad Ali.
He does a lot of great things.
Yeah,
Tyson does a lot of great things.
Well, we're going to keep on walking. It's a walk and talk, and God, that was great. Yeah. So I know that you love the WBC. Everyone loves the WBC, the coveted belt, but have you ever seen the very first belt of the WBC?
No, never seen it.
This is the very, very first belt that was ever awarded. There were 10 belts made. And this particular belt was Emilio what's his name again? Griffith. I want to think Castillo for some reason.
Griffith.
Yeah. So and the difference with a lot of these belts, I mean, obviously this belt to the new belts, is that when you win it, the next winner, or if it's you keep that belt, or it gets passed down. You don't keep it. Yeah, so you get no belt, no picture, no nothing, and it's velvet. Looks almost like a WWE, but look at that bad boy. It's beautiful. It's different.
Well, I always thought that's the way it was going to be once you won a belt, but I never knew that, each guy got to keep the belt, or that night in the ring, he would take a picture with someone else's belt and then give it back to him.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, but actually before this belt, do you know what they awarded? 63. Wow. So, because it's our anniversary, 57 years. Do you know what they awarded for the champions before this belt? Now, everyone has failed this question. Take a guess. Let's see if you can guess.
A ring?
Oh, you're the first one that said it. No, trophy. Trophy. It's like a globe.
Trophy makes sense, right?
Everyone says
all those things I got in my house that I can't throw away.
Everyone
Trophies.
Says medal, pins, sashes.
All
no
one
says trophy for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, so now that is the beginning. So 10. There were 10 of them. Then, do you recognize that one? The first. This is the beginning of the green leather belt.
No, I don't.
Okay, so
this is all education for me.
Adidas sponsored them, so that's why it's there. It's very, very old school. Someone said it's almost like a throwback to the Olympics. I don't know. I mean, everyone sees it, but even just like the gold foil,
Yeah, I can see
And
that.
then that's when the beginning of the flags, the man, and just the gold and Sugar Ray Leonard.
What year was this?
Oh,
Pop quiz,
who did he?
pop
No, no,
quiz.
no, no. We've been answering this. I've been saying it. This was 71, 72.
71.
71, 72. Everyone recognizes this one.
Okay.
The chains.
Beautiful.
The chains. Uh, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis. You notice they're on this belt and that belt. Do you know why? And you know Joe Louis has never won a WBC championship belt, but because he retired. Do you know why? Why do you think those two faces are on this belt and that belt?
I'm gonna just guess heavyweight icons. You know, legendary heavyweights.
Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all
Greatest
time.
of all time. And imagine Gareth Davies actually just passed by. He's like, look at his waist. Like look at Tyson there. He's young, just douche.
Right.
But look at how I'll let you touch this belt but look at in the scope of how small it is.
It's very small.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just one night only.
One night only.
That's it.
One night.
That's it.
And
one
then
night.
it even has the crown. That's
Crown.
the only one with the crown.
Only one with the crown.
Mm-hmm. And then now this is when it really starts to become what WBC is. Look at even the font is different there. No periods, acronyms. Starting to get different.
It's beautiful.
And here,
All of these belts.
so with these two pictures, excuse me, with these pictures, so with this belt, whoever was fighting that night, it wasn't their pictures. It would be the two best in their weight class of that division, and it would be voted on. So you could win a belt with two other people on there, not
Right.
even your face. Yeah. So
These
belt.
belts have some history
Absolutely.
themselves, not just the people who won them,
Yeah.
but the belt itself has history.
Yeah, everything, Jose Sulaiman and a team of the committee, they all had a hand in what they want, the little changes, and I mean, everything's handcrafted. There's every belt, even the Mayan belt, the money belt, every belt has a story. There's every mineral, emerald, diamond, stone, ivory, there's a story behind it all. So now here we come to this. This is the belt Jose Sulaiman's on now. Now these two belts, there's some changes, and we just learned one. Cristina Poncher actually picked it out. This and this, what do you see different? This is the newest belt. Well, 2 years old, 3 years old. But what can you see are the differences? There's three.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that. You say there's three?
Yeah, one of them's kind of prominent.
Give them hints.
Look in the middle. Loma.
Okay, so we got a little difference going on in the flag
Yes,
here
we added.
around him.
Yes.
Okay,
And
that's
then
one.
the other one is going to be really hard. The other ones are really, really small. You have to look at. You have to do this.
It's minuscule.
It's like tiny. The other one is Kazakhstan was added.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I would never. And then also, Cristina Poncher actually just pointed out that in this flag it says WBC around it, and that one doesn't. So yeah.
Amazing. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my my piece I had made with all the flags on it to see if they got it right.
No, come back here. Hold on, come back here. No, Nobu.
Not you, him.
Not you, him. Excuse me, sir. No, him. I'm on an interview. Sorry. You can bring Nobu back. Sorry. I'm kicking out the wrong person. Sorry, dude. Yeah, so I just, this was something that has never, ever, ever been done in the history of boxing. I mean, you have like Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, International Boxing Hall of Fame. This is WBC right here. And the story of it all. The story of it all.
Were you guys planning on opening up a Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I mean, but you know what?
One in Mexico.
Yeah.
But the problem is that media, old school boxing historians. Dougie, I was stumping Dougie, Bill Kaplan. They're like, what? I'm like, I feel like a boxing genius, but I'm not. But this is the history of it.
Cheat sheet.
I had to. I read it up and I looked at it. Yeah, I even had to look at the rankings because a lot of rankings on so many sites were wrong. I was like, Mauricio, please give me an official WBC one from Mexico.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
This
I
is,
just
It's quite an education today.
right.
Yeah, you guys need to do this more often.
Thank you.
Cause
the beginning of it.
I definitely like to come into this room again.
And who
or a
knows,
room
another
like this.
time we'll add more belts, more pictures, and who knows, could be a new belt. And we're throughout with just the younger fighters coming in, because this is the belt that everyone wants, and they're like,
The green belt.
yeah, the green belt. And I said, if you were to have that championship belt, which WBC belt would you want? That one or that one? It's like, maybe we do a throwback belt, and whoever wins it. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, these belts are beautiful. I have to say this, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the color green, but my kid's been in love with the color green since he was like 6 or 7 years old. So I remember buying a pair of tennis shoes that were green, and I bought him a pair of tennis shoes, and his weren't, and he cried.
Aww.
And he was like 8 years old. It's like everything he had to have
Does
had
he
to
ever
be green.
remember that? Does he?
Yo, he remembers that. He
He's like,
he don't let that one down. It's like, remember you brought me them shoes and they wasn't the kind that you had. He don't let that down. He just his new car, his newest car, he just got his green. The car the one he bought last year is green.
Green. They're like, wow.
Yeah.
Tell Cynthia about Sean's outfit when he won the world championship.
Green.
No, but how was it? The detail. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was. They put a lot of.
Had the flags.
Yeah, they had the flags. They put a lot of work and time into that. And then of course, last year he did the leprechaun. He dressed up as the leprechaun. He had the leprechaun green on. So, yeah, we're coming back for this belt.
Yeah.
We're coming
You
back
need
for
to tell
this.
Sean to come in here. We've been trying to get him in. I know he's super busy.
Is he out there?
No, he was earlier, and then we blinked and he was gone. But I really want him to come in here. Just say, go to the green room. It's a surprise.
Oh no, he needs to see this.
needs to see
He
this.
needs to see this. I'll get him over here.
Yeah.
If I see him, because like I said.
Love to see the history.
Absolutely. Everyone, even champions, everyone is so amazed and just like, wow. Because they've never seen that. I mean, no one has ever really seen that
I'm
belt.
sure nobody's seen that belt.
I mean, and it's just so different from
Right.
all of them. But you see the evolution and the progression.
63?
63, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. You say 57 years, huh?
57 is going strong. So now we're gonna find out this fight. Okay, you know what? Now we're gonna have to ask. This is a big fight.
Yeah.
Two big giants, undefeated, 50-50 fight. They have to come out with a decisive win. Wilder has been saying he's gonna put him to sleep, but Fury has been saying he's gonna knock him out in 2 rounds.
I don't think Fury can change for this fight to become the type of fighter that's going to come out and go for a knockout. I think he will definitely, be on his A game as far as boxing and being elusive and landing good jabs and different combinations. But no, I don't think he can change for this fight to come out and try to go for the knockout. On the other hand, Wilder is always going for the knockout. No matter what, he can change. He's not going to come out doing a lot of boxing.
But he does have good boxing ability. Just
got
no
the
one really
ability.
sees it.
He's got the ability. He showed that against Bermain. He's got the ability to box, but he has the ability to knock guys out. And he, for lack of words, he's in love with his punching power.
I would
So,
be too if I had an equalizer and that kind of power.
I just want him to set it up better.
Okay.
And if he sets it up, and it's very hard to set it up against a guy that's as elusive as Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has been boxing that way. I first met him in a junior world championship in Northern Africa in 2005.
Northern Africa. Okay.
Yeah, he's been fighting that way for a long time. Right? That night, we had Michael Hunter in the finals in the championship against Tyson Fury.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so, we've been doing this a long time. So I first met Tyson at 18, and he's been boxing that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, He's been boxing that way. So he's got a big amateur background, behind him that brought him into where he's at today.
Even his family.
Even his family.
Bare knuckle. I mean, they're like the originators of bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle brawling type fights, and of course the dad, when his son was born, named him Tyson after Mike Tyson. They've got a lineage that goes far beyond what we see on this one night, but it plays a big part in making Tyson who he is and believing who he is. You know what I mean? It's one thing to tell a guy, oh, you're going to be champion, you're going to do this, we're going to do that. And it's another thing, every day he walks around and everyone he see is living, eating, drinking that lifestyle. So he grew up in it. And I think he made a great choice now. Switching over to Sugar Hill.
I wanted to ask you that because it's so last minute, so late in his training. Was that smart? He said he had a bad training camp, and I mean, no offense to Ben Davison because I don't know what exactly happened, but he's going back to Sugar Hill. He has Stitch Duran. I mean, everything's changed. He said he needed a coach that's going to be more offensive.
I go way back with Sugar. So Sugar and I were coaching buddies. We coached together in the amateurs. We did national championships together. He used to put Sean on shows when Sean was 12 years old. He was in Detroit. I was in Cleveland. 3.5, 4-hour drive, and we would go to Detroit every weekend to fight on Sugar shows. And he was mentored by his uncle, Emmanuel Stewart. So at some point, they brought Tyson over when he was young, and Emmanuel got a chance to look at him, and Emmanuel said he would go on and win a world championship, which he did do. And so I don't think there's going to be any major changes, but I just think Sugar's the type of guy that accents the positive and tries to take away from the negative to make a guy better. That's it. There's not going to be any major changes at this late stage. You can't make major changes, and he knows that. He's just going to try to do a few things to improve what he does and what he's good at, and make him better at it. And then some of the things that he sees he's not so good at, try to eliminate those.
You know what's surprising actually is that I've been hearing, about the footwork or are they going to be going forward or whatnot. A lot of people have not been asking about the cut. It's kind of like it's been said and then gone. He hasn't sparred. He's already admitted he wasn't sparring, so it wouldn't bust. But you saw that cut from Tyson Fury from that fight, the Otto Wallin fight.
We do what we have to do. You got this big fight on the line, and you make decisions. You make decisions based on what you think you can do to get it done and be successful. So I've had that type of thing that we've had to deal with when Sean had cuts and fights, and we dealt with it. And then leading up to the next fight in your preparation, you've got to protect yourself from reopening that. So we did a lot of different things, and we still do those things today to make sure that doesn't happen. I think we've gone about 2 years now without having a cut, maybe more. So if they made that decision not to spar, they made that decision based on the things that they thought was best for them to be successful on fight night. Good sir.
This is a great father.
It's the best job I ever had.
Yes.
It's the best job I ever had. Everything else is extra. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Papa.
Mauricio, what you think of this room?
This is amazing. You got to get Sean Porter in here.
We're trying.
You got to get Sean Porter in here. You got to get him in here to,
His favorite color is green since he was a little kid.
Since he's a boy.
Yeah.
You saw the Porsche?
Yeah, I was there.
Are they all different shades of green, or is it just a WBC green? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if you I need to get a car a WBC green.
The SUV turns 2 or 3 different shades.
It's one of those.
It changes in the light to 2 or 3 different shades of green, and then the Porsche that he just got is the WBC. Pretty much is the WBC green. It's amazing.
If you see him before we do, you gotta say son, you need to see something important.
No doubt. He needs to see this. I'm gonna make sure he comes this way.
Oh God,
No
it'll
doubt.
make him smile. Well, you know what? I have to give you props. Your son's fight with Errol Spence was stellar. That was one hell of a performance, and I loved it. You guys want a rematch? I mean, I would love to see it.
We want a rematch.
Love to see that.
But more importantly than anything else, both guys came out healthy.
Absolutely.
And we are in position. We're still number one for the WBC. We're in position to get another shot at that title. So that's what we want. Whether it's Earl or someone else, we want that WBC title. We love to have that rematch, but it doesn't matter who it is. Whoever got that belt or whoever they tell us to fight for, we're fighting for it.
That was a great fight. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even mind seeing it again.
Yeah, it
we
was
gotta
so
do it
great.
again. We have to do it again. It's an injustice to boxing.
So
It's an
good.
injustice to fans if you don't rematch that fight.
That was so good. It was. I remember they put us in these weird seats, and I was like, I got a neck ache watching that fight, and I was like, and I don't care because that was such a good fight. All right, go have fun in fight week. I want to see if you're. Well, you didn't really give me a prediction, but we're gonna find out
I'm predicting Wilder in a knockout. That's my
early rounds. Wilder, Deontay. Telly told me what Deontay's prediction is for the fight. 3rd round knockout, Wilder. He predicts 3.
If that happens, then that'll release some of my anxiety. But no, I see it coming late.
Okay,
Because
good.
Tyson's very elusive. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kenny, for coming by and stopping by and having fun with us.
This was great.
It was great. Thank you. All right, guys.